Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to discuss something we all know about. Dun dun dun! Needy people, attention seekers, bloodsuckers, emotional vampires, or whatever else you may want to call them. You know the type. The type that'll take up your time and leave you wondering what the hell happened. You're exhausted. You just want to go home and take a nap just from trying to disengage from these people. Now let's take a little look here. Now, when one of your kids is not able to get attention from you or from a primary caretaker, 9 out of 10, they're going to do what kids do. They're going to act out by saying or doing something dramatic, like throw a tantrum, because this is what kids do. And the negative attention is still attention. And they'll do what they have to do. They're still trying to navigate their world. Now, creating this kind of attention when you're an adult, of course it's not. People are going to be able to express their wants and needs without throwing a tantrum, without, oh, everybody hates me and nobody ever listens. Well, first of all, the average person, they can't read your mind. So maybe your expectations are too high. Have you ever thought of that? Some people are better at reading other people's body language and feelings better than others are. It's just how it is. And if you don't know how to express yourself appropriately and you're sucking the living life out of everyone in your family, think about it. Eventually, they're going to get really tired of it. They really are. If it's a pattern, if you do it continuously, because like I said, and I'll probably say 100 more times, it's a pattern of behavior because we all have done these things before. Just hopefully you're not making it a way of life, because let's face it, it's annoying. It's draining is what it is. It's very draining. It's emotionally draining for people to be around you if this is the way you behave. You cannot go on when you're an adult behaving like a 10-year-old, a 12-year-old, a teenager throwing a tantrum. It just doesn't have the same effect. Now, let's go on and check out these clips. Alright, now, you know the guy or the girl that's always tooting their own horn. See, this doesn't bother me as much because I get where it comes from. You may have low self-esteem, you want to boost your self-esteem a little bit. Okay, you can tell me what you've done, but don't make it a habit every time you see me. And if it's got nothing to do with the topic of conversation, you just look like you want accolades. You do. Like, I'll give you an example. Let's just say someone's a friggin' fruit farmer. Had this big farm worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. Now, this person had this farm for years, so of course he's gained some knowledge, right, about, I don't know, plant diseases or whatever. Now, if we're having a discussion about why my apple tree has spots all over the leaves, honey, tell me that has to do with the topic of conversation. But if we're talking about, I don't know, the lotto or weddings, and you're coming up and you're telling me about how you had this few $1,000 fruit farm and you made tons of money and it has nothing to do with the conversation, do you not notice everybody kind of just stepping back, staring at you? Like, what the frig? I'll give you your due. I really will. If we're friends and we're having a conversation of what we did in our lives and blah, 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 then it's very appropriate that you discuss those things. But these are people that will continuously bring this up in a 2-hour meeting, and it has nothing to do with what you're talking about. Like, stop already. Stop. All right, what's next? Okay, we've seen a few of these around the community as of late. The ones that their problems, they're going to let everybody know what happened to them. They are the ultimate victim. They're going to tell you how they were incessantly harassed to the point that they had to leave a 60,000 subscriber YouTube channel through no fault of their own. They were afraid for their lives. The drama was terrible. They were getting doxxed and this and that. These same people, I have to say this, these same people make an appearance out of nowhere and pretty much try to attack the people they're saying attack them. But they're the victim. Okay? They left because they were so scared. They're going to tell everybody and their mother who would listen. They're going to be down at the deli they're at the deli counter getting some lunch meat. And they're telling the guy cutting their cheese, the guy cutting their salami, honey, they are telling them about this big channel they had and how they were attacked and had to leave. Oh, and these are the types of people where if you offer a solution or a suggestion, oh, save your breath, save your oxygen, because they were going to shut that down, cut you off, because nothing will work. Because you see, their issues are unique. They're unique. They're different than what everybody else has. So don't even waste your breath. Okay? Don't waste your breath. Save that oxygen. It's a valuable commodity. We all need it. Now, I had to get that out. They're going to make their problem was everybody's problem. You can talk about nothing without them bringing it up. So they're attention seeking. Okay? Let's go on and see what's next. Well, lo and behold, I kind of discussed this in the last clip. The victim, where nothing is their fault and everything goes wrong with them. Everything. They can't see the good side to anything. They just can't. For whatever reason, they can't see it. They can't see where they may have contributed to the problem. It was everyone else. Now, you see, we know these people. We know them. Some people are clinically depressed, and this is what they do. They're negative. It's not their personality. It's not ingrained in their personality. They're just going through something. However, if it is your personality to never move on, to go on and to tell everyone just exactly what happened to you, these are the kinds of people where you're all making a sauce, you're getting it going, you've been cooking it for hours, and their sauce tastes like crap. Blech. Now, it's not their fault. They couldn't get that special kind of tomato. It wasn't available this time of year. They didn't have the grated cheese because they didn't have the money, because their boss gave somebody else the overtime. They're going to come up with something. So just know that and move along. Now we have the complainers, the people that are so cynical. Someone can be very kind to them, and they're the ones that are going to say, you know what? The only reason she's being nice is because she wants blah, 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 blah. They're going to go on. You can't even be nice to these people without having an ulterior motive. You know what I'm saying? Oh, they'll complain. They could have a check handed to them. Say they overpaid on something. And, you know, for everybody else, it'd be like, oh, yay, it's like cash found. Not for them. They're going to be like, what? How much did they keep that they still owe me? Or, you know, they're just going to have something. The internet, the computer, they can have the best computer around. They're going to complain about who the hell knows the color. They're going to find a way to complain because this is what they do. And they think if they complain that you're going to sympathize. But I'm going to tell you something. If you get drawn in and you get sucked in and you always sympathize, what's going to happen to you? You're going to be miserable. You really are. You're not helping them because obviously they can't see they're pushing everybody away. It's a whole miserable way of being where if you could just be open-minded and maybe think of, you know, the good in people. You know, I'm one, you have to earn my trust. I'm not just going to give it to you. No way. Not happening. However, I don't think every person that does something nice for me is out to get me or wants to know something or, you know, they want something back. That's very cynical. It really is. And it's too bad for people like that. It really is. It's too bad for them because it's so difficult for them to develop and maintain any kind of friendship. You know, relationships, even with their family. These people are just very difficult to deal with. Now, these people are different from what my next video is going to be on, which I think that needs to be discussed too. I'm just on a roll here on what the things that I've been seeing, especially in the community, the things that are going around, and the victim mentality, the attention seeking, you know, whether it's making a ton of videos in a short amount of time, whether it's crying about, you know, this happened to me and that happened to me, falling asleep on stream, you know, now I'm not a troll, I'm fighting with everybody and being loud and boisterous and going on and on and on. That's all attention seeking. Truly it is. And particularly if it's a pattern. And there are people that do that. They don't have mental illness. What they have is, it's like a personality issue. Not a disorder, an issue. It's just how they roll. And if they could see it in a different way, whether it's you or someone else you know, we all know someone who does these things. And let's face it, we all wish they'd knock it the frig off. You know, I don't know about you guys, but I am so tired of the underhanded, crazy stuff that has been going on. It's just insanity. And it, you know, I can't say it needs to stop. We all wish it would. But you know what? For you guys, go do your thing. Don't get sucked into it. Have fun. Go where you want. Like who you want. And do you. Because at the end of the day, it really is. It's about you and your family and what makes you happy. So don't let people drag you in. And everyone, have a wonderful, wonderful week. And I will see you soon. Peace.